My mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Just the fact that I'm willing to fail is an inspiration.
Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
After everything that happened, after losing billion-dollar deals, after being dropped by brands like Adidas, after becoming one of the most controversial figures in the world, Kanye West is back. In 2026, Kanye returned with a new album, Bully. No massive rollout, no traditional industry push, and yet, within weeks, he was selling out stadiums again, millions of dollars pouring in, fans screaming every word like nothing ever happened, but at the exact same time, something else was unfolding. He was banned from entering the United Kingdom. A major festival tied to his appearance collapsed under public backlash. Sponsors like Pepsi began pulling away. Think about that for a second. How does someone get shut out of entire countries, but still sell out arenas? How do you lose everything and still come back like this? Because this isn't a normal comeback. This is the story of a man who has spent his entire life operating in extremes and somehow surviving every version of himself. Now, before we break this down, don't forget to subscribe. To understand how we got here, you have to go back to the beginning. Before the fame, before the controversies, before the billions, Kanye West was just a kid from Chicago, raised by his mother, a college professor who believed in him long before the world did.
My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. You understand?
He didn't start as a rapper. In the early 2000s, Kanye was building his name behind the scenes, producing tracks for major artists like Jay-Z. He had the sound, the vision, the work ethic, but no one saw him as the main act. He didn't fit the image. No gangster persona, no traditional hip-hop background, just ambition and an unshakable belief in himself. Then everything changed. In 2002, Kanye survived a near-fatal car crash. His jaw was wired shut. For most people, that would have been the end of everything. For Kanye, it became the beginning. He walked into a studio and recorded Through the Wire, with his jaw still wired shut. That moment didn't just introduce him to the world, it forced the world to pay attention. His debut album, The College Dropout, broke every expectation. It was emotional, vulnerable, and different from anything else in hip-hop at the time, and people connected with it instantly. From there, the rise was unstoppable. Graduation, 808s, and Heartbreak, my beautiful dark twisted fantasy. Each project pushed boundaries. Each release redefined the culture. By the end of the 2000s, Kanye wasn't just successful. He was one of the most influential artists on the planet.
I'm not talking about rapping. Of course, Kanye can't rap like Drake or Jay-Z. As an artist, the best hip-hop artist of all time, Kanye, if not one, is number 2. When it comes to changing the sound of music, dictating exactly where it was gonna go, his impact outside of music, bringing music to even different places, I don't see anyone like Jay-Z's a great rapper, he's a great businessman, and he's a great hip-hop artist too. But if we're talking about the best, personal flaws aside, that's the thing when we talk about Kanye. A lot of times we're talking about him, we just are having a conversation about some remarks that he makes that are anti-Semitic. We have to remove all of that and just only think about his work.
I see what you're saying.
And if you look at his albums, you name me somebody who possibly has damn near 6 classic albums. Every time he dropped one of them, music pivoted, or people around him pivoted. We don't even get Drake without Kanye. You get what I mean?
But success came with something else, ego, and in Kanye's case, it didn't stay quiet. In 2009, everything changed in a single moment. At the MTV VMAs, Kanye walked on stage and interrupted Taylor Swift during her acceptance speech, saying someone else deserved the award. The moment spread instantly across the world.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I was really excited because Kanye West was on the stage. Then I wasn't so excited anymore.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. He's a jackass.
It was rude, period. And, you know, I'd like to be able to apologize to her in person.
Let me ask something. I was fortunate enough to meet your mom and talk with your mom a number of years ago. What do you think she would have said about this?
And overnight, Kanye went from respected artist to a global controversy. But instead of stepping back, he leaned into it. The confidence became louder. The unpredictability became part of his identity. At the same time, his empire was expanding beyond music. He entered the fashion world and built Yeezy into a billion-dollar brand. Collaborations, sneakers, global demand. Kanye wasn't just making music anymore, he was shaping culture. Then came the political shift. Public support for controversial figures like Donald Trump. Statements that confused fans. Interviews that felt increasingly unpredictable. The more he spoke, the more divided people became. Some saw a visionary speaking freely. Others saw someone spiraling in real time. And slowly, the narrative began to shift. Was Kanye still a genius? Or was he losing control? Then everything collapsed. Not slowly, not gradually, all at once. Kanye made a series of statements that triggered global outrage. The reaction was immediate. And this time, the industry didn't hesitate. Major brands cut ties. Adidas ended its partnership with him, wiping out a massive portion of his net worth almost overnight. Other companies followed. Deals disappeared, collaborations ended, platforms distanced themselves. The same system that once elevated him shut him out. His public image took a massive hit. Social media turned against him, interviews became more chaotic, headlines became more extreme, and for the first time in his career, it felt like there was no coming back. He wasn't just controversial anymore, he was being erased. Fans were divided, some walked away completely, others stayed but quietly. Because supporting him now came with consequences. And for a moment, it looked like the story was over. But it didn't stop there. The controversies escalated. Statements, appearances, and actions that pushed him even further into backlash. Lawsuits followed, criticism intensified. Every move he made was dissected and judged in real time. This wasn't just about music anymore, it was about reputation. And that reputation was completely broken. To many people, Kanye wasn't misunderstood, he was finished. This was the point where most careers end, where public opinion becomes impossible to recover from. Because once you lose both the industry and the audience, there's nothing left. But Kanye West has never followed that rule. Because even when everything else disappeared, attention didn't. And somehow, he returned. In 2026, Kanye released Bully, his most unexpected comeback yet. No major label backing, no traditional promotion, just his name and the attention that still followed it. And it worked. The show sold out, stadiums filled up, reports suggested tens of millions generated in a short time. Online, his name was everywhere again. But the industry didn't welcome him back. The United Kingdom banned him from entering the country. Events tied to his performances faced massive backlash. Sponsors like Pepsi kept their distance or pulled out entirely. This wasn't a clean comeback. It wasn't forgiveness. It was contradiction. Because Kanye didn't come back through approval. He came back through attention. And in today's world, attention is power.
The British government blocking Kanye West's application to travel to the UK, where he was set to headline a music festival this summer.
Two major sponsors, including Pepsi, are now pulling out of a summer music festival that he's set to headline in London.
Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, has been banned from Great Britain to headline the Wireless Festival this summer.
Fans showed up not because everything was resolved, but because the connection never fully disappeared. And that's what makes this moment so uncomfortable. Because it proves something most people don't want to admit. Being canceled doesn't always mean being finished. So now the question isn't whether Kanye West is back, because clearly, he is. The real question is, what does this comeback actually mean? Is this redemption? Or is it something else entirely? Because if the last 2 decades have shown anything, it's this. Kanye West has never followed the rules. Not when he started, not when he rose to the top, not when he fell, and not even now. He exists in contradiction. A genius to some, a problem to others, a symbol of everything wrong with celebrity culture, or everything fascinating about it. And maybe that's why this story still isn't over, because with Kanye, it never really is. If you've made it this far, you already understand. This isn't just about one artist, it's about how far someone can fall, and whether they can ever truly come back. Subscribe if you want more stories like this, because the next one might be even more unbelievable.